let me start. Let me start right now. So here we are. Happy Thursday, everybody. We have been through the FOMC event, which had a little bit of volatility, but nothing really happened. Went up and went down, gave us a nice correction there. That was the only entry correction in this swing up. But the real question is, what is this swing up? Is it a swing up as a retracement, or is it a swing up as a reversal to the upside? That's the big 1 million question, because we still haven't left the space that we're in. Now, today, we have the GDP coming out from the US. And also we have G20 meetings. I don't know how those are going to impact the market. We will get some news coming out from that as well. But I believe the GDP from the States will be bigger in impact. Tomorrow we have the core PCE price index, which is, I believe, an inflation measure inflation instrument or indicator. So I think again that will have an impact as well. And I believe ranging today and tomorrow is totally possible, totally plausible. I am still trading at the moment. I tried a long position yesterday, got stop lossed out 5%, and now I'm in two shorts, one in XRP, one in BTC. They gave me nice retracements this morning, and I have my stop loss at entry point in both of them, because as we say in Romanian, I wouldn't trust my mother today. So that's how shady and suspicious I believe this market manipulation is. So I wouldn't, I want to keep it nice and tight, because there are reasons both ways. There is support on the bigger time frames, and there is also a turning down in momentum on the bigger time frames too. Now, I will have a look at the S&P to see what it did yesterday. Now, I changed to the 4 hour because we don't need, actually I'll change to the day. So on the daily, the S&P went right back down on the stochastic. It did a lower low on the daily. It reached the bottom of the Bollinger on the daily. And the question is, where is it going to go from here? Because at the moment, if we are to take this swing up as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and its correction, the local correction, we have reached a 0.5. So this 0.5 is what this swing did as well, and it continued to the upside. Now, if we are to go, we could also go down to the golden pocket, the 702 or the 786, which are around this support and resistance line, this green line, which is a divergence line. On the DXY, we seem to have topped out the opposite on the daily. So is this gonna go any further, or is it gonna reverse downwards? We can see that yesterday the DXY failed to put in, sorry, not yesterday, until today, because the DXY is open. Until today, until this moment, it's failed to put in a higher high. We need a higher high, otherwise it's a big 1-2 on the daily. The 4 hour though has been coming down, and it has put a local higher high here, despite coming down. I don't know how to interpret this in terms of divergences. I think it's a bearish divergence because the price has been going. If I'm looking at these two, here's where the RSI was up and here's where the RSI is down. So it looks like a bearish divergence with the DXY coming down. Again, it's been quite shady and suspicious lately because the DXY has been going up while the coins have been going up. So I take this correlation with a pinch of salt, and I focus on what the coins are doing locally. I'm still having a look at the general background, but I'm not taking what the S&P and the DXY are doing as a signal. That's what I'm trying to get across. Now, let me show you ETH's situation. So this morning we have had a back test of the support and resistance line on the daily, the 1670, which is a little bit higher than the local support and resistance. It's where the daily swings have their support and resistance rather than just the local ones. So we are holding the 20 EMA, but we're meeting resistance from what used to be support. So here for the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days, it held it. Then on day 6, it broke it, came down, broke the 20, but then came up above the 20, closed above the 20, is still above the 20 EMA, but it's not breaking through the 1670 support and resistance line. So the question is, will it manage to do that? The MACD on the daily seems to be coming down, but hasn't crossed yet, and the stochastic is coming down. So we have this contradiction between the signals, and yes, we do have a bearish divergence on the day with prices here going up and momentum coming down. So on the day we have 3 to 1 bearish divergence for the down. We have the bearish divergence here. We have the stochastic. We have the support and resistance. 3 reasons for downwards momentum to continue. And then we have 1 which is holding the 20 EMA for continuation to the upside. Can it still continue and lift? Of course, the market makers are only chasing where the liquidity is. At the moment, there's more liquidity in the shorts because people have been longing here, waiting for another leg up. But then they could still entice retail to buy in because that's in their interest to sell at a premium price. Now, here is what I posted, and I believe is what's happening. So we had the 3 levels up here, level 1, level 2, level 3, very choppy here in determining what is level 2. Is this level 2 and this level 3 because of these intermediary steps? But let's just say that these were 3 levels. This was the push up, coming back down, M formation, coming down to level 2 or level, again, it's quite choppy at the moment. I can't say if this is one step in level 2 or this is the end of level 2. But what I'm seeing now on its retracement is it came right up to here and it didn't break the, let me show you on the 4 hour because I take this as a 4 hour M formation. It didn't break into the body of the 4 hour candles here on the 20 EMA. It didn't. However, we are still holding the 20 EMA. We haven't yet confirmed that this was the retracement upwards for another leg down. We haven't yet confirmed that. What we need to confirm that is the breaking of the 20 and the breaking of this red line, which would be the breaking of the 55 EMA. That's as simple as this is. Again, we have arguments for stochastic is still up, support is still held, the confirmation, this support and resistance line is still held, so the 20 is held, this spread line is held. We have that for continuation to the upside and going right up to the top of the range at 1720. We have that. That's why it's 50-50 here on the 4 hour. On the daily, it's more for the down. On the 4 hour, it's more 50-50. Now, let's see, Bitcoin. Bitcoin is daily stochastic is down, MACD is turning down. We have that decreasing wave in buyer to seller difference. We haven't yet back tested the 20 on Bitcoin, which is not really healthy because this is what I believe might happen, a drop down all the way down to 22K. the 55 EMA on the daily. That would be my next level. And then we have again on, these are more like 12-hour support and resistance levels now. I was considering them as 4-hour, but look how clearly the 12-hour is backtesting them. And here on the 12-hour we've backtested the 10. We are coming down below the support and resistance level. And again, this is looking like an M formation breakdown to step 2, back test step 1, and then continuing down to 23.350 on the 12-hour, or even lower 22.4, or even the bottom of the Bollinger. This would be my target here. Now I'll show you my trade here. So this is where I thought it was gonna bottom out here. It offered this 1-2, and then I thought this was the stop loss. Here would offer another entry for a rounded bottom. It didn't. It came crashing down. Here is where it offered. Let me just okay, I left the line, but I wrote it in. So here's where it offered the golden pocket. 24.5 was my entry, and when this hour corrected down, I moved my stop loss down to the entry point, 24.5, because if it's gonna break that 24.5, that means it's done all of this down to catch a breather and break up into that space and possibly lift up. So I will reconsider a position after that, but at the moment I'm not willing to risk too much in this choppiness, because it is quite annoying. Like here on the 1 hour, you can see the only space it offered to get in was that this FOMC candle last night. That was the only space for that double bottom as a lift up. And in terms of taking profits from the shorts, of course, we had here, and then we had here another opportunity. If you're range trading, again, taking your profit because you don't want to lose all this juicy goodness. And then reconsider another entry on the way down. But that's, again, if you're trading for a position in the spill, and if you have a good position here at 25k, 25.2, beautiful position, you could still hold it, but just keep in mind that you've had double bottom here, and now, yes, it's done an almost golden pocket retracement. Yeah, very close to the golden pocket retracement here. And now it seems to be coming back down. It seems to, but we still haven't had the confirmation. The confirmation is breaking this 20 on the 1 hour and holding below it. This is what we need to see. Okay, that's it from me. I will see you tonight, 7 p.m. UK time, when we're going to do a short post-trade analysis. I don't have too much to say. I'm just going to look at where again the traps were this week on in the sideways for both Ethereum and Bitcoin, because we're gonna have time to look at both. And then I'm gonna look at the weekend levels, and that's gonna be again a short story, because unless we have some move happening today, I don't see any new range opening up other than what we have been charting so far. So that's me. Overall, I believe we are coming down for another leg down. We need to see where that leg down is going to stop, depending on the MAs on the daily. Those would be my targets. And then after that, that swing stops, we need to see where we are in terms of momentum. Yeah, stay. Again, my message would be, check your own TA. Don't let it get undermined. If you have your trading signals to do a position and the retracements are offering you super positions with tight minimal stop losses, take them, and then make sure you secure profits as price action moves down. If you're shorting and then the same way if you're longing. So here I would be mindful. If I were longing here, yeah, I think I would have taken my profit there at that double top, because it's even failed to meet the golden pocket. But just to if I weren't, I would just make sure I keep an eye on this. If I hadn't taken profit, the 20 EMA is right now heavily tested. So once that breaks, there will be a back test, and if that back test fails, I would be taking profits from the long. But the long, again, the stock on the day is down. I don't generally trade against the stock on the day. It's a big indicator for me. I might be wrong because of the market maker manipulation. I take that. I think it's very honest to say it. Might be wrong, but as long as the signals are pointing to the down, I'm going with that down. I think the long move has finished. I saw this possible retracement, but the 1 hour is telling me now it's finished, and it's done a beautiful 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at the moment. So we still need confirmation, but yeah, I believe it's finished. That's it. That's really it, because I don't want to waffle on.